Township Huskies 25 years ago today, and the first team to be inducted to the Little East Hall of Fame. 5 years ago on this very day, we dedicated this field to Ed Flaherty. Now we are here to honor the 25-year induction of the 97 national champions. I want to thank our many alumni and supporters who helped to renovate this field this past summer. It certainly improved, and we're very supportive and thankful of all that you have done. I have some special guests from the university that I'd like to ask to come out and join us. Adela Glenn, Vice President for Equity, Inclusion, and Community Impact. Come on out. Gene Paquette, Vice President for Workforce Engagement. Damien Medina, Vice Provost for Student Affairs. And Brian Adams, Director of Alumni Engagement. From the Athletic Department, please welcome Kim Turner, Associate Director of Athletics. B.L. Elfring, Assistant Director of Athletics, who will help us with this. Can we please have the 2022 Huskies please line up along the third baseline? I was fortunate to be at the 97 World Series in Salem, Virginia, and see the Huskies compete and win the World Series. It was an incredible experience in Salem, Virginia, and it's my pleasure at this time to introduce you to the coach who did it then and is still doing it now, Ed Flaherty, who brought that team to a 39-win season. Please welcome Ed Flaherty.
Thank you very much, Al. Special day for us in our program. It's nice for these kids to see these kids, 25 years difference, and you would think it was just yesterday. I want to talk a little bit about one of the young men who's going to the Little East Conference Hall of Fame, who's on this ball club, and then to kind of talk about what happened in 1997. First of all, Michael McCullum was a resident of Pennell Avenue. His number was around 140. Pennell Ave. My number that I grew up on was 28 Pennell Avenue. So when I recruited Michael, I said, I'd love to have you come to school, but I want you to know that you'll always be the second best player ever from Pennell Avenue. Well, little did I know, when he was playing in Portland, I watched him play. He was a tough son of a gun. He ran, he hit, there was some power, very much a team player. He's the first baseball player to go into the Little East Conference Hall of Fame. He was here from 96 to 99, and he was a catalyst of 2 or 3 LEC titles. His best season was in his last season. He was Little East Conference Player of the Year and American Baseball Coach Association All-American. He had 362 that year, 71 hits, 70 RBIs, 54 runs. His overall career, Michael batted .338. He's the program's all-time leader in at-bats. He's second in games played, stolen bases second, 74, third in runs scored, fourth in hits and RBIs, and fifth in total bases. One of the greatest plays that you could exemplify Mike McCullum happened on this field. The year I don't remember, it might have been 96, maybe 97. It was a huge play, I believe it was Eastern Connecticut. And they had second and third, I think there were 2 outs. The ball got hit between, over the shortstop's head in the triangle. Center fielder came, left fielder came. Our left fielder, Jeff Keene, was 6'5", 250. And they were going 100 miles an hour and if the ball is dropped, we lose. They collide, all three. Michael is down and pretty much out. His face got banged up pretty good. Being the old coach that I am, I was waiting for the ball to come up in the glove. And all of a sudden, you could see the glove come up with the ball. And only Michael could have done that. Mike McCullough. I'm going to make a few comments about this tribe over here. We had an interesting year in '97. When I started the program in '85, you envisioned winning. Kind of like what I've always thought about my life is winning. So in order to win, you needed to have certain people on the field. You needed to have talented boys. You needed to have good students, smart kids, and extremely competitive that didn't give up. This crowd exemplifies that. I was looking through some notes the other day. In 2000, when the turn of the century, Boulder Press Herald did an article of the best sports programs that happened in the 20th century, the best sports feats. This team was picked as the number 6 best team, I should say team moments, in Maine sports history from 1900 to 2000. So that's great a feat. So give those guys a hand. They began the season, and I've had one of my coaches, ex-players and coaches, tell me this schedule we got is too hard. We began the season 20-2. We played every cupcake in America to start, so that to build their confidence. And then we got hit a skid in the middle of April. We lost 6 out of 7. We actually lost to St. Joseph's. This crowd. But we had injuries, we had slumps to the middle of the season, and one day we had a seance down in Western Connecticut, if you remember. And we had a little talk, and from that point on, we took off and won 20 games. We won the Little East Conference Tournament, we won the NCAA Regional, we won the World Series. Those games, we outscored our opponents 98-28. In the World Series, which the final was 15-1, we outscored our opponents 43-13. So that's how dominant these boys were. People told me after a while that this possibly could be the best Division III team that's ever played. So give them a hand. So without further ado, we'll give you your awards.
So we're going to present the very first award. We have a token that we're going to present to everybody that will be indicative of winning and being inducted to the Little East Hall of Fame. And let's present the first one to Ed Flaherty. At this time, we're going to bring up all 3 of the assistant coaches that were part of that team, part of that program together. Please welcome Greg Capetta, Vinny DeGifico, and Tim Hennessy. Yeah, go down there. Next up, we will do the seniors from that team. Matt Harbour. Matt Harbour but was one of the starting pitchers. Third baseman, Tony Miner. Co-captain and shortstop, Bill O'Brien. Co-captain, catcher, Ken Reed. We've got a few folks missing. I'm going to read the name just in case they show up. Richie White. On to our juniors. Rich Cahill, second base. Jason Crapo could not be with us today. He lives in North Carolina. Some would say no excuse for Crapo. One of our pitchers, Wiley Erzberg. Also, one of the keys to that team, Jason Jensen, pitcher, who is the pitching coach for Bowdoin College, can't be with us today. Greg Sweat make it. Greg is from Texas now, tried to make it, but could not. Sophomores in the outfield, Corey Adams. Phil Alexander. Pitcher Travis Bashaw. Catcher and most else, Jamie Galanis. Errol Kilkenny is in Chicago, I believe, and not with us. Jeff Lewis, did Jeff make it today? No. Mike McCullum is already here. You've met Mike. Where are you, Mike? Kim has something for you. Another member of one of the best outfields here, Greg Mishu. The closer, Joey Roach. Working also on the mound in the setup, Matt Sklars. Denny Weber. Are you with us, Denny? One of the starting pitchers. Freshman on that team. Kevin Feria. Outfielder, speedster. Utility player and current assistant coach, Sean McKenna. Brennan Rupp. And last but not least, Matt Shardlow. Please congratulate the 1997 Huskies on their induction into the Little East Conference Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Thank you all very much. Thank you, Keene State. Appreciate it.